you just realize that the one who can help you is only yourself.
And do you think there is something of luck in taking SAT test?
1500 looks kind of plain, you know?
Why did you study for SAT?
But I knew that I could do better. I could, set my bars high. So I decided to take SAT and apply to top universities.
What role do you think failure plays in our life?
Place to go from failure is win.
If you had an opportunity to travel back to time, to your past, what would you change?
What's gonna happen is gonna happen. But there's one occasion. It was actually my biggest failure in life. That is the inspiration behind all of my, hard work and success.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. And in today's podcast, our guest is Mr. Niyozbek, who has recently scored 1500 on SAT test. And apart from that, he has IELTS 7.5. So say hi to our viewers.
Hi everyone.
So in this podcast, we will get to know about his personal life, and also we can get to know about some tips suggested by him, which can help you to nail your SAT and IELTS test. So let's get started. By the way, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good, on top of the world.
Nice. And let's start our conversation by asking some couple of questions to you about your IELTS journey.
Yeah, sure.
And our first question is, can you share some common challenges you faced during your IELTS journey?
So I faced, a number of challenges, but I think that the one that affected me the most was, being in the bottom of the list in the mock test. I used to fail a lot. I always got lower scores than my, group mates, and it really stressed me out at that time. But I managed to, help myself out at that time.
Yeah, it really hurts when you're the lowest in the fun group,
Yeah,
and
it really does.
especially the last one in the mock test.
Yeah.
It somehow, decreases your aura, I guess, overall.
When it's the case, you just try to work on yourself, and you just realize that the one who can help you is only yourself.
Yeah, that's true. And one more question. What inspired you to take your IELTS test?
So I think there wasn't any the solid inspiration behind this, but I believe it to be our competition in our fast-paced world, of course. When I started learning English, I just felt that I was in a little competition. Everyone was taking IELTS, and I believed it to be something that gives you, reputation and status. So I decided to take the challenge.
So what do you think right now? You got IELTS 7.5, and did it change anything in your life?
Yes, it just literally changed a lot. I can't say that I had some, great achievements before I took my IELTS, and taking this exam showed me that with preparation, hard work, and of course faith, you can achieve what you want, no matter how hard it is. Just work on yourself. I just realized that, and I proved it. It proved to be true.
And one more question. If you had an opportunity to give a piece of advice to a person who is preparing for IELTS, what would it be?
I think this advice would be choose your environment carefully, because you should be surrounded by people who want to work on themselves and who want to improve their academic progress, and who are committed and determined. But if you're in the wrong group, in the wrong team, you're gonna be doomed.
For this reason, guys, you should choose your friends wisely, because
Yes.
there was one quote I have recently heard. If you are in a circle of friends where 5 people are millionaires, and there is a high probability that you're gonna be the 6th billionaire or millionaire. Yeah. One more question I have to ask you. When did you start preparing for IELTS? Your start point?
So start point. IELTS was recently, but I think I have long English background. So I started it when I was probably 9 years old, and my parents made me take English courses at the time, grammar ones. So I literally hated English at the time because all I had to do was learning some rules, and it was awful for me because I was studying with older students. They were excelling, but I was struggling. That really, made me despair.
Hmm, that makes sense though. And one more question I have to ask you, the last one. Do you think that your IELTS journey was really hard? And how many failures did you experience
Yes,
to get 7.5 on your IELTS test?
yeah, it was really hard one. Because I used to sacrifice a lot, my time and my social circle. Of course, it was one of the biggest sacrifices because the only thing you gotta focus on is your IELTS, and you don't get a chance to meet with your friends or hang out with them. And I also had to fight against my laziness. Um, you know, I didn't used to do my homework and my assignments, and it's really hindered my IELTS preparation. But I managed to deal with it all.
After experiencing a lot of failures and you got what you wanted, the days which you experienced before, like when you were really depressed, when you got, for example, from listening or reading really low
Yeah,
scores,
yeah.
it really somehow compensates, I guess.
Hard work pays off.
Yeah,
When you get to the point of your achievement, you gotta just look back, and you just gonna say to yourself, it was worth it.
let's talk about your SAT journey, which is like the last one, yeah, in your case.
Yeah, not the last one, of course.
By the way, guys, this guy has recently scored 1500 on SAT with Math 800 and English 700. And by the way, how many times did you take it, this test?
So I took SAT 2 times. My first attempt, I got 1450 with English 700, but unfortunately, Math 750. So, but second time I got 700 in English section and 800, perfect 800 in Math.
And do you think there is something of luck in taking SAT test?
Yeah, sure. Of course, it's really proved out to be correct, but you don't have to rely on luck because it's ambiguous. Hard work just makes up 90% of your achievement.
But I have one question for you, special one. What score you wanted to get really in your heart?
I wanted to get really 1530 at least
I know
because
1550. I thought.
because I knew that I couldn't get that. Um, I of course hoped to get that score, but I knew that my performance didn't deserve that. Uh, I'm not really happy with actually. Honestly, I'm not happy with 1500 because 1500 looks kind of plain, you know.
Bro, like there are a lot of people out there who cannot even get like 1400, 1300, and they are going this test optional. Bro, you got 1500. It at least gives you an opportunity to be considered for your uni application.
Yeah, sure, but I don't think that that's what I deserve.
Nothing in life goes as you wanted. You shouldn't be sad about it. But what is done,
No,
and you can't change anything.
I'm not sad about it, of course, but I know that I could do better.
I can't doubt it, yeah. And are there any specific resources or tools that significantly improved your score? For example, in math part, how did you score like 800 on math part?
So after my first exam, I was really, hopeless. I was really depressed about my math score because it was critically low, 750. So I decided to work on my math. I realized that all you gotta pay attention is just keep in mind the formulas and use your logic because you may not encounter the questions in your real exam during your preparation, but they are somehow similar to the questions that you solved. All you gotta do is just use your skills, problem solving and critical thinking skills. That they are what help you.
By the way, what do you think about formulas, special formulas?
Yeah, there are formulas, but you can come up with them if you know only the basic formulas. If you have logic and the knowledge of basic formulas, you can come up with them. Of course, you can make your own formula.
And one more thing, guys. In my Telegram channel, I provide one link for special formulas in math part, and you can find all the formulas there, and it can be really beneficial for you.
Make sure to check it out.
Yeah. Let's continue. What do you think? How are you feeling like after taking 1500 on SAT?
I was really hoping for getting at least 1530, as I mentioned, but I was honestly happy when I got 1500 when the results were announced, because there was this 15 in the beginning of the score. But yeah, it kind of satisfies, but not fully.
And also, could you suggest some books for those who want to improve their either part, like I mean English based on reading and writing part?
I believe it to be Erica Menzer.
And how long have you been preparing for SAT? I mean, how long did it take you to get 1500?
It actually took me 5 months for preparing for my first exam and 2 months for further journey. So I started the preparation in April. Yeah, with a 1 week break between the exams.
He has been studying, as far as I remember, from day to night. Yeah, because I have always seen him like in Adastra. And one more thing, why did you study for SAT?
So after taking my IELTS, I wanted to retake the exam. I mean IELTS. So, but this time I wanted to join the AM program in Adastra, but at that time it wasn't open. So I was planning to apply to Uzbek universities, but I knew that I could do better. I could, set my bars high. So I decided to take SAT and apply to top universities in the USA. That's what made me, study learning SAT.
Okay, and let's talk about your personal life. So, my first question is, do you have any kind of philosophy or some kind of quote which you follow in life to be successful or something like that?
I have one. So this quote goes like this: everything happens for a reason. Everything and everyone you lose, you find better one. And in this universe, everything is interconnected. When you lose something, you gotta find something new.
And better one also.
Yeah, better one, of course.
It's gonna ameliorate.
Yeah, when you lose something and face failure,
Yeah.
it means that it wasn't meant for you. The things that are better than that, the thing that you lost, are better. They were meant for you, and you can't change your destiny. What's meant for you will stay, and what is not will be lost.
And also, how do you define like success overall? Like, what's for you like successful person mean? Like,
I believe success to be the product of hard work, because even if you're inborn genius, without hard work you're no one. We can actually see it in the gym progress. There are people with good genetics, but they have mid physique. But if they work out, they're gonna have they're gonna be shredded. But with genetics alone, their physique look mid. Yeah.
until you are from Africa, guys.
All
Yeah.
you gotta do is just work out. Then you can, push your limits.
And one more thing I have to ask you: what role do you think like failure plays in our life?
Even though it may depress you or put you in the hot water, it really plays a significant role. Because who doesn't fail? Only the dead ones. The ones who don't try, they're not gonna fail. So that's what keep them from success. If you fail, it means that you're making a progress. you're 1% better every day, even though you fail. Failure, you know, makes you be close to your success, and the place to go from failure is win.
Yeah, it's really crucial, like ingredient of success, I guess. Yeah. I have also one interesting question for you. Do you think
Interesting one.
relationships can prevent you from achieving your academic success?
Actually, it's been the case in my life. I faced it. If it's the right relationships, if it's meant for you and you only, it's not going to distract you because it's your destiny. But if it's like distraction as anything else, it of course prevents you from succeeding, you know. But the thing to blame is not relationships, it's you, because no one made you to be in a relationship. It's your own lust and desire. So you better work on yourself rather than spending time for another person. Yeah, but if you're in the wrong relationship, you're gonna sacrifice a lot. But you should bear in mind that whether your sacrifices are worth it.
Yeah, I see. And my last question for you is, if you had an opportunity to travel back to time, to your past, what would you change?
I'd make no changes because what's gonna happen is gonna happen. But there's one occasion. So it was actually my biggest failure in life. That is the inspiration behind all of my, you know, hard work and success. So about 4 years ago, I was preparing for presidential school exams. So it really meant me a lot because my father's expectations were too high for me. I used to study all night, all day and night long. But unfortunately, I couldn't pass the exam, and I couldn't make it to the presidential school, and it's really put me in a depression for around 1.5 year almost. It was actually hurt a lot that time.
I think it's time to wrap it up our podcast. So thank you guys for watching this video, and also thank to Mr. Niyozbek for visiting this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
And I hope that the guys out there who are watching this video benefited from this podcast and got to know about more about Niyozbek, our guest. So bye guys.
See you.
Yeah.
No, no, stop. Stop. Do it again. Play it again. Please play it again. All right. Enjoy it. It's a fruity.
Yeah,
And
it's our sponsor, guys.
Yeah, actually recommend it to Mr. Said Muhammad.
Yeah, to drink
Drink it.
Yeah.
I don't have cup. Bring it. Go bring it.
Bring yourself, man. You are not like disabled.
It's to you.
Thank you. Oh.
You see how Niyozbek is generous
Yeah,
person.
I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
we work?
I don't know. Bro got this MacBook, guys.
It's fine. I
You
bought
know?
myself 200 euros. No,
Yeah.
$2,000. It's
Oh
fine.
my god, bro got rich.
But somehow it's
Let's read about the pony
Oh my god.
horses.
This is
The
my bro's
interest-
favorite
yes,
book
yes.
though.
It's
Drink it,
drink
man.
tea one more time.
You have to drink
I'll
it, yeah.
allow tea.
You are ambassador of Bukhara from
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It's actually genius, 2 layers, so you don't get burned.
Genius, yeah. Why are you laughing, man? Hey, don't laugh. Okay, guys, we are wrapping up for finally. Yes.
Короче, нежная кожа. Это...
Yeah, bro, we have to finish it faster, man.
Слушайте. Приходите в Бухара. Тут там вы посидите и прочитайте любые свои книги. Посмотрите, как красиво. It was in Russian. Yes, I want to show my Russian skills.
Bro's gonna
Not
soon
show,
get
show
a
off.
contract.